classic cocktail and tiki drink fans. Bourbon Bill here with Bourbon Bill's Pirate Bar. Today we're going to talk about the Bacardi cocktail. This drink is so delicious it could be illegal, and you're going to find out why this drink went all the way to the Supreme Court in today's episode. But before we get into that, we have just a few messages and we'll be right back. Hey Tiki fans, Bourbon Bill here. Hey, we have some exciting news. We publish Wiki Tiki magazine. It's all about tiki culture, mid-century modern aesthetic, has great recipes and interviews throughout the magazine. We have them in print and instant digital download, so get your copy today. The print copies go pretty quick. All right, let's get back to the show. Hey, welcome back. Now, today we're going to talk about the Bacardi cocktail. Okay, I went and was fortunate enough to visit San Juan to see where they actually distill Bacardi. They call it House of Bacardi. And I have to say, it is a fantastic tour of their distillery. They're pretty much 100% sustainable. They have giant wind turbines there on the island of Puerto Rico that generate the electricity for the plant and for the neighboring community as well. So not only are they socially responsible, they actually take care of the community. All right, so let's dive in about the Bacardi cocktail. Now, the first reference that I have seen is in the Savoy Cocktail Book. This is from the 1930s by Harry Craddock. He was a bartender at the Savoy Hotel in London, and he has a great explanation about this. Now, it's interesting to note that this cocktail actually went all the way up to the New York Supreme Court because the company that owns the trademark for Bacardi, which is Bacardi Asia, they wanted to make sure that the brand and the trademark was not diluted, no pun intended, and they made sure that if it was a Bacardi cocktail that we're using Bacardi rum in it. Okay, so we actually have a little insight to sometimes things get a little litigious, and if you check out our video on the Dark and Stormy, you can learn a little bit about the legal history behind that as well. All right, so let's get into this delicious, simple, easy to make cocktail that I know that you can do at home. I believe in you. The ladies dig the Bacardi cocktail. Therefore, Bourbon Bill digs the Bacardi cocktail. All right, so what we're going to start off with is our Mixology and Craft Boston Shaker set. We have a link for it, how you can get yours on Amazon down in the description. And it's real simple. We're going to start off with our Bacardi Superior White Rum. Okay, now if it is a Bacardi cocktail, use Bacardi. Okay, so I'm going to start off with 1.5 ounces. Pour that right in our little jigger right here. And the next ingredient that we're going to use is 1 ounce of lime juice. Now, being here at Bourbon Bill's Pirate Bar, we're so blessed that we can literally walk outside and pick fruit off the tree. But you know, I always suggest, and I'm not knocking the juice that comes in those plastic things, but you know, fresh is always best. Just take a lime, you get them at the grocery store, you find them year round, they're always in season somewhere. And you know, Bootleg Minnie's heard me say this a million times, you'd cut an onion for dinner, so why not squeeze something fresh for a cocktail? So we're going to take 1 ounce of fresh squeezed lime juice, throw that in the mix. Okay, now a lot of the cocktails here on the show call for simple syrup. Okay, and we always say, well, you can go out and buy simple syrup, but you know, it's just as easy to just go ahead and make it. Now, today we're going to do something called Gomme Syrup, Gomme syrup. It's a little bit different. Now, here's a little bit of bartending mixology that I want to impart upon you today. Simple syrup is about as simple as it gets. It's 1 cup sugar, 1 cup water. And then you just boil that and stir it gently until it becomes clear. Let it cool down to room temperature, and then you can put it in an airtight container and it stays in the fridge perfectly well for, you know, just a few weeks. All right, now today we're talking about Gomme syrup. It's just a little bit different. Okay, the way you make Gomme syrup is 3 cups sugar for 1 cup water. So it's more syrupy, if you will, and it's a more intense sweetness to it. So we're making something just a little, something akin to a daiquiri, but you'll see there is some difference today. So we have our Gomme syrup, and we have it in our airtight container. And this one just asks for a ½ an ounce of Gomme syrup, so we'll put that in there and pour that into the mix, capping that off, keeping it airtight. All right, and then the next and final ingredient that we go into this is going to turn this cocktail pink. Now, a lot of people think that the Cosmopolitan is the only pink cocktail out there. Au contraire, there's actually another one called the Flamingo, and then today we have the Bacardi cocktail. So we're going to add in some grenadine today, just a teaspoon, a bar teaspoon, and just to dispel any misnomer. Some people think this is maraschino or cherry, but it's actually sort of like a simple syrup in its own kind. Grenadine is actually pomegranate and water and just a little bit of sugar. So, and you can make that at home as well, but squeezing down a pomegranate is not all that easy. So we get roses. It's pretty good stuff. All right. Kept that off as well. Now, we're just going to take a couple of agitator cubes just to chill down that mix and give that a good slap and give it a good shake. Now, while I'm shaking this, go ahead and just take a minute and go ahead and subscribe to our channel if you haven't already, and hit that notify bell so you're the first to know when we upload new content to this channel. That sounds pretty good. I feel it condensing on the outside of the tin there. Put that aside. Get our Bourbon Bill's Pirate Bar drink mat here. Now, since this is a classic cocktail, it predates the 1930s. Okay, so we talked a little bit about the history of that. So we're going to give this a turn of the century. When I say turn of the century, like 1890s Martini glass for this classic cocktail. So we're going to just take our strainer, because we don't want ice plopping into the Martini glass. And the thing with a strainer, you can kind of gate it if it has that spring on there. And that comes in real handy if you have a drink that's kind of pulpy, that uses like orange juice or some other kind of citrus. You can kind of strain that out. Some people like pulp, some people don't. Well, we don't have to worry about that here. We're just trying to just keep the ice from plopping out. And we'll give this a lovely pour. Isn't that a gorgeous cocktail? Look at that. And just the right amount. And there you have it. The Bacardi or Bacardi cocktail. So I'm going to go enjoy this with Bootleg Mini. And I want to just have you just take a second and put down in the comments a couple of things. One, what city you're watching this video from. And if you have any suggestions for the video, we've had pirate segments in the back. If you want to see the pirates come back, put that down in the comment. If you're fine with the way it is, that's okay to say too, because this is just as much your channel as it is ours. Well, that's it for today. I hope you enjoy the Bacardi cocktail, and cheers.